Focused and went back to the gym.
Ryan, what it means to win that belt? How you end that when you show the court? How special was it going, especially when you factor in your dad?
Well, yeah, I mean, I dedicated this fight to my father. You know, that was the beginning of this whole journey. I said, Dad, you know, I'm gonna be a champion. Like I'm ready now. I'm gonna commit myself fully. And I promise you, I'm going to win this world title. And, you know, my dad's been there every step of the way since I was 7 years old, all the way through, and never left my side. I've been through ups and downs, got fame really quick, and got judged many times, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I made a 360 turn and committed myself to be the best champion I could be, and I finally feel like I'm here now.
Ryan, right here.
Hip Hop is Real, 2 questions. How serious are you about the Shakur fight, and do you want to unify with Devin now that you're the champion?
Oh, I'm open to all those, you know, whatever. You know, Shakur is somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, you know, and I felt like I beat him. But, you know, the politics in the USA boxing at that time were a little different, and I still got the chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it, and, you know, when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity for sure. And Devin, he don't want that. He's terrified. He has PTSD.
Right. Andreas?
Right.
Punch all night. Did you get hit with an effective punch from him all night?
No. He did counter me with one right hand when I was trying to do the Mayweather roll. I got caught with the right hand. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't even getting hit. Then I snapped myself out of it. I'm like, man, what am I doing? Back to the jab. And yeah, I just got a little too confident. I was kind of playing around too much and I got caught with one shot, but you know, Mario, I just kind of was getting his timing really fast. Like I had it quick, and I could tell he was tentative. He didn't want to mess with my speed at all. Once I feigned him a couple times, he was like just there for me, and I took advantage of it.
Andreas?
Right here. Andreas from ESPN. When we talked before, you talked about wanting to be the best version of yourself. Do you feel like that you've reached the level that you've not been at before in your career? Is this your finest performance?
I don't know. That's for you guys to say. I mean, I'm always going to love the Luke Campbell one. That's like one that's always stick to my heart that I had to fight through, got knocked down, was dazed. So that was always going to be up there for me, but this was my most mature performance for sure. And my speed was on point, my jab was on point. A lot of things were on point. I mean, I pretty much did what I was doing in camp. Just to everybody, just like staying. I realized like I'm really faster than everybody. Why am I even like moving? I could just stay right there. Counter, scare them. Like, you know, like, why do I even need to move? Like I'm quick. Like when I'm in shape and like on fire, like I'm really quick.
Can you also speak to like the last couple of years have been really tough for you? Coming through everything that you went through, getting this win, finally becoming a world champion. Talk about this moment and how much it means for yourself, your father, and what it means to other people that have watched you go through what you went through.
Man, it was a very, very dark time. It's like that passage in the Bible by David. He said, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. That's what I felt like. You know, I was in a very dark place. Treating my body horrible, and it was hard to adjust to everything I had so quick. And I didn't know what was real or not, what was not real. And I feel like God disciplines the ones he loves. And I wouldn't want it any other way because it shaped me and I learned a lot very young. And now I'm like realizing more stuff and I'm like, I can handle all this now. Like I could really see this for what it really is. You know, it's like I feel so much more grounded and peaceful. And now I just want to be, I don't even think I hit my ceiling at all yet. I think it's gonna go even crazier. Like I feel like I'm way better than I showed today.
Ryan, Ellie Sekback, ES News.
Report.
First of all, did it sink in yet that you were world champion? You've been working on this your whole life.
Kind of. It feels surreal. Like I still feel like I'm in a dream right now. It feels like very magical at this moment. I'm sure I'll settle in once I see my kids, my wife, and hug them, kiss them, and then I'll probably be back down to earth real quick.
A lot of people don't know you fought Shakur in an amateur. It's a very controversial fight. I think he got the W.
Yeah.
What can we expect from a fight between you?
We're very fast. You're gonna see people that are quick, back and forth. And Shakur knows that he can't get lazy with me at all. That's why, like, he was looking at me right now and goes, "Ooh, you're not even big." I'm like, "Bro, you were scared if I was big? That's crazy. Like, that's what you were scared of?" All right. So I got a little glimpse on what he was kind of worried about. But size don't win fights at all. You seen that today. Mario was bigger than me, but I was quicker, and But I want that fight. I feel like I'm always up to the challenge of anybody. There's always a way to win. Just gotta figure it out.
What's up, Brian? Led the Power 106 in brown bag. And I have to tell you, my 6-year-old and my 8-year-old, no matter what other fighter exists, you are who they look up to. You've made it your mission to protect kids. What do you have to say to the kids watching your fight tonight?
That is something that means the world to me. Kids are the most innocent things in the world, And that's just always, I made it a statement to protect the children. You see all that's going on in the world. I don't want to bring in too much negativity right now, but that right there is a precedent where we really have to protect children. They don't have a voice, and the stories that I hear are very hurtful, and I don't want that to happen to nobody. So I'm always going to stand on that. I'm always speak my mind and let people call me crazy and whatever they say, but you seen what came out. I don't got to say nothing. Now who's crazy, right? It's kind of like, that's right. But through that moment, I lost myself, trying to fight for something, and I lost my mind to it, because I was screaming out loud, "No, they're doing this," and I felt attacked for saying the things I did, and I felt a lot of spiritual attacks, and I lost it, But God had a plan for me and brought me back and restored me, and that's all I did. That's all I can say about that.
Brian, congratulations, Cynthia Conte, Best Women's Boxing Show, period. What a massive win. Now you're feeling this surreal moment. What would you tell your 8-year-old self?
Man, this whole camp I was playing, well, not this whole camp, but towards the end, I was playing this song called "Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord." And I remember when I was a little kid worshiping, and it just like flooded all the moments when I was 7, 8 years old with my dad going to tournaments. Tom Taylor, the ref, he was my first tournament ref for the championship. It's crazy, right? And I told him, I said, I went up to him and I said, "You gotta watch my fight, watch what I do." And I won the tournament, Junior Olympics, right?
You also said my name is.
Oh yeah, when I introduced myself to Tom Taylor, an amateur, I said, "My name is Ryan Garcia, and you better watch me fight." So it's kind of surreal that it all came full circle. Tom Taylor is my ref when I won the first championship in my professional career.
And a follow-up to your father, Henry, congratulations. What does this moment mean? Because this is a massive moment between a father and son, and for him to dedicate this fight to you.
Well, one thing. Well, let me say something real quick. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions. I know people like to put us together as beef. I guess it sells, but I don't hold grudges, and I always want to keep positivity. And I just want to say thank you for all that you've done in my career. And I appreciate you.
All right, that's dope. Well, the answer to your question is, yeah, I know he did it for me, but I told him before, we had dinner last night, and I said, "You know what, Ryan?" I said, "I appreciate that." I said, "But you know what? You've already won for me." I said, "You've won all these tournaments. You've won all these, fights, professional fights." I said, "I've had to humble myself as a father, so I let other trainers train him." What father does that when he's undefeated? But the main thing I said, "You know what? Do it for yourself." Because I know if anybody knows my son, it's me. And I know how hard he worked. So for all those people that were criticizing him and hating on him, it gives me so much satisfaction. Because they don't know him. No, I mean, I'm serious. They don't know my son. I know my son. Okay? And every father should know their son. Like I do. And thank you, Golden Boy, and thank you, Lupe.
Oh yeah, shout out Lupe. I can't forget about Lupe. Shout out my team. Shout out my team. PJ, my new main guy. Everybody's like, "Oh, you just bring him." You guys don't know. Like, PJ's the man. PJ know how to hit the mids. He's a beast. Don't forget PJ. I know a bunch of fighters who ever be asking for PJ. PJ, come on, you got it.
Hey, what about
Donnie, my strength and conditioning coach. Y'all seen how ripped I was. We worked day in and day out. We paid attention to diet crazy. We were insane with it. We had so many talks nonstop. I learned so much about that, your body and what you need to put in order for it to move. I didn't even pay attention to that shit before. I used to just step into the ring and just start swinging. So thank you, Donnie, for all the lessons you taught me. Trey, man, my assistant, Beast, my PR team, Michelle, Sarah, the best. And yeah, everybody on the squad. Jason, right here. Adam W. I see him out there. Funniest guy on the internet. But nah, everybody part of my team did great. And A plus for sure by my team.
Definitely.
I want to give it up to you guys. You guys did great.
Ryan Kevin Garcia, down here in the front. Two questions for you. First question, can you talk about how much sweeter, if at all, this victory was, being that Joe Goosen was in the other corner?
I mean, it doesn't make it too much sweeter. I mean, Joe, it just doesn't really move me too much that it was because of Joe. I mean, it bugged me at first, but I mean, what are you gonna do about it? I had 2 months to get over it, so it's really nothing. But he did try to get in my head in that one of the rounds, and I started looking at him every time I hit Mario.
How did he try to get in your head?
He was just saying, "Oh, that was nothing. Oh, he only has a hook." Blah blah blah, and I was just like, "Bro," and I had to stop and just be like, "All right, bing bing, with my hurt hand too." But I was so mad and irritated. I started throwing it even though it was hurting. I was like, "Fuck it."
Last question for me. You know, you spoke about a little while ago, Devin Haney, and one thing he said recently, he said the rematch wouldn't happen because you had dropped out of VADA. Can you just right here, right now, clarify that so that there's no impediment to the fight?
Let me answer that question.
I mean, just look.
Let me answer that
You think
question.
I got an IV? Like, bro, this is a blood word.
Let me
Please.
answer that question. People say all kinds of nonsense, but Ryan's been doing testing his entire career. He's fought for interim titles. When he fought Tank Davis, we were doing VADA testing and it wasn't for a title. He's been testing his entire career. Every single time we set up a fight, we sign a contract, there's VADA testing. There's no such thing as dropping out of VADA testing. So all those stories are just fabricated. People try to hate on Ryan, and they're just excuses for Haney to feel good about himself. You know, Haney wants to have an excuse as to why he got beat up, and that's it. So it's all nonsense. Just real quick, I want to go back to the haters because I gotta let this off my chest because I won't be able to sleep. But Chris Algieri, you're a piece of shit.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. You and your corny ass partner, okay? Not believing in my son. Sergio Mora, I ran into him and he said, "No, your son made me a believer, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him." Okay? Robert Garcia, weird, man. Oh, my son can't go over 6 rounds? Sorry, dude. Okay? I know you're okay, but you don't know my son. So, you know what? Screw all you haters. I'm sorry, but it gives me satisfaction to say that my son is the WBC welterweight champion. Let's go.